Remember the rich man who asked Jesus how to get into the kingdom of heaven, and then Jesus told him, "Give all your money away to the poor." The rich man was really sad because he couldn't do it. The rich man didn't understand that he was the rich man giving away the money, and he was also the poor man receiving the money. So when he does give his money away, he feels the incredible joy of the poor man who's receiving the money. And when you are God, you are being both, yourself and that other person simultaneously. You're both the giver and the receiver of wealth. And then you are the rich man giving away the money, and you're also the poor man who's receiving the money. And when you're both, you cannot be scammed out of your money. Because if you're giving your money to someone who's pretending to be poor, as soon as you hand them the money, you can feel their heart. There's no joy. There's a little bit of resentment, maybe a lie, and you're not going to want to be part of something that goes against your inner compass, that goes against your inner principle of wealth. Wealth is, what I give, so shall I receive. But if you're giving and you're not receiving back what you're giving, meaning it doesn't feel good, that's not wealth. Wealth is mutual. It goes both ways. And when I give to you, you reflect that wealth back to me in your gratitude. You bless me when you sincerely thank me in your heart. You're granting me a ho'omaikai, a blessing of that wealth back onto me. And the rich man thought that it was one way. He gives it away, he loses it. And he's right. That's the principle of money. Money goes wherever energy flows. It goes one way, out one way. It has to come back in another way. But wealth is not money. Wealth is a relationship. It's mutual. And what you give comes back to you. So you can give money away. You can get scammed out of it. But in order to generate and practice wealth, you cannot give without receiving. With wealth, you can't get scammed because you are both. You are the giver and you are the receiver. So can you scam yourself? Because the money you scam from yourself just goes back to yourself. And that's not so with money. Wealth is a zero-sum game. Everything you give, you get, because wealth is a relationship. And what Jesus was saying to the rich man is that the ticket into the kingdom of heaven is not sacrifice. The ticket is joy. The rich man had to have joy that exceeded the value of his money. And giving away the money would prove to the rich man that his joy was greater than his money. And that joy would get him into the kingdom of heaven. His money wasn't valuable enough to get him into the kingdom of heaven. His joy was valuable enough. His joy had a higher value than his money.